Hello, 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 hello. This is Rhapsody, your friendly neighborhood growth hacker, the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody, whatever you're most comfortable with. I answer to anything but late for dinner. And, yeah, if you're making me dinner, make sure you make a lot because I'm a growing boy. For sure. Anyway, thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate you. And if you would like the video, that would be wonderful. If you would comment on the video, that would be wonderful. If you would share the video, that would be wonderful. And if you would subscribe to my channel, that also would be wonderful. Moving on. All right, so today we're going to talk about being an observer of your thoughts. And I've had several friends tell me, and as I've explained in the breakdown previously, that the process is thought, emotion, action, result. And I've had people tell me that, that the thought and the action are separate. In the process, it shows that the thought and the action are separate, but the challenge being that if you are emotionally involved with the thought, it's like it might override your natural, normal, logical position on not taking the action because you have the thought and it's supercharged with emotion, so much so that you feel like you really need to take action when you really, really don't. And you probably shouldn't, especially if it's emotionally charged. All right. And one of the neat byproducts of developing the habit, because it's a habit, because also for some people, the habit or the default is to respond with action to the thought, which is a lot of reason why some people are in jail and they didn't really need to be if they had developed this habit or set this as their default. So, like I say, one of the things that it'll help you with is it'll reduce the amount of stress in your life. And also, as another byproduct, is it will reduce the amount of cortisol that your body produces. That's the fight or flight hormone. And if you're not fighting or fleeing, all it does is turn into fat on your belly, and that's just not cute. I don't care what they're telling you on Cosmo. Yeah, it's not cute, okay? All right. So developing that habit will reduce your stress, reduce your cortisol, keep you looking cute, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that in the words of the great Forrest Gump. I don't know why I was thinking about Forrest Gump earlier for some odd reason. And it wasn't until someone else mentioned it that I even had the thought about it because I just thought it was a really good movie. It was so good. It was so good when they re-released it in the theater. I don't know if you're old enough for that. You might not be, and if you are, great. When they re-released it in the theater, I took a woman on a date to see the re-released version of Forrest Gump. And the thing was that somebody else who was apparently looking for something to be offended about. And here's a clue, people. The easiest thing in the world to find is something to get offended about. It's too easy. I know that there are facts. I know that realities are the way they are in some places and whatnot and what have you. It's just better. Like Jesus talked about turning the other cheek if you're inclined to Christian understandings and teachings and such. And I'm thinking that was a lot of it. It's like, you can be offended, or you can just let it go. So what this guy was saying was that he had an affront toward the movie Forrest Gump, which for me was just one of the best movies ever, because he said it couldn't happen to a black man. And it might even be true. I don't care. All that matters to me is that I am happy. I do what I need to do to stay happy. Do yourself a favor, and for those of you who are inclined to the law of attraction, which is mostly what I'm aiming for on this channel, Look for things to be happy instead of things to make you unhappy. You look for the things to make you happy, and the universe has a tendency to give you more things to be happy. Look for things to be upset about, and the universe tends to believe that that's really what you want, even though that's not really what you want, because it doesn't hear the word no. Let that sink in for a minute. It doesn't hear the word no or not or any negative precursor to what you're saying. So if you're saying, I don't have enough money, all it hears you say is that you don't have enough money, and apparently that must be what you want because that's what you're focusing on, so that's what it'll give you, more opportunities to not have enough money. So the trick is to focus on the abundance in your life if money is the issue, because there's other areas in your life that you have abundance. You have an abundance of friends, you have an abundance of family, there's an abundance of beauty in nature, there's abundance of beauty at the mall, there's an abundance of beauty at the car show, there's an abundance of beauty at the gun show. I mean, okay, some might think that guns aren't beautiful, but in the words of that guy from the original Little Rascals, things of beauty, grace, and speed are always referred to in the feminine gender. So, a gun is a thing of speed, and it can be a thing of grace in the hands of the right person, and it can be a thing of beauty if, mounted properly. So, that's all I got to say about that. And, oh man, just have yourself a fantastic day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your holiday. Please be safe. Me love you long time. Love you, mean it. Ciao.